Hi, my name is Kevin Taylor. I would like to ask, is Ghana in an era of the tribesmen? This is the Friday editorial. With all due respect, my fellow Ghanaians, today I'm going to be blunt and honest in my delivery because, as I've always said, time no day for stupidity and jokes in this era of hypocrites and tribesmen. The honest truth is, I hate political hypocrisy and cowardice. I hate to see moral somersault in people I expect to stand up on the side of honor. Yes, to stand up on the side of integrity, steadfastness, and courage. I hate religious leaders, civil society organizations, intellectuals, minister and social commentators who cannot speak truth to power. I also despise people who celebrate quietude at a time when disquiet is needed. Why am I so pissed today, my fellow Ghanaians? It is because under this administration led by this president, Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, and his joker of a senior minister, discrimination, tribalism, selective justice and dishonesty has become an integral part of our national policy. It wasn't long ago when the president, Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, said, and I quote, "It is not enough to accuse and prosecute someone on grounds of corruption allegations if there's no evidence as such. Furnish me with the needed evidence and I'll prosecute persons said to have engaged in corruption." End of quote. These were the undiluted words of this president, Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo. Now I ask, what evidence again does the president need to sack his senior minister Yaw Osafo-Maafo and a criminal like Charles Bissiu after he quickly found the importance to fire Roxy Bukari in less than 72 hours? It is an undeniable fact that what Osafo-Maafo said in connection with Aissa Wang's arrest and deportation is more deadlier than corruption. Now, I would like to ask, why is the president keeping Charles Bissiu at the presidency when such a criminal was caught on tape taking bribe? What has happened to the president's Anas principle he promised? I sometimes think this president thinks we Ghanaians are some kind of new breed of fools he can manipulate with words, all because we were once stupid to fall for his lies and tribal undertone campaign message in the past. My fellow Ghanaians, how long can we remain prisoners of truth? How long can we deceive ourselves that the evil called tribalism staring at us is nothing dangerous? We the hypocrites can pretend as much as we like, but the signs are too strong and they are too clear to ignore. With all due respect, my fellow Ghanaians, who doesn't know that the system under this current administration is designed to encourage, to promote, to justify and to enthrone Chebi Akan domination? For too long, and through sheer cowardice and silly hypocrisy, we have accommodated this senseless behavior, and it's about time we spoke as humans against this act. This feeling of being better than others and seeing others as belonging to the lower class is dangerous to our democracy. This kind of thinking is backward. Yes, it is evil, it is primitive, and it is dangerous. Mr. Osafo-Maafo himself is the chief apostle when it comes to tribalism and clanism. I hope we haven't forgotten when this same Osafo-Maafo was heard on tape expressing disgust why Akans, who constitutes the majority and possesses all the natural resources of the country, hardly govern this country. He went on to say that it is rather those with no or less resources who always occupy the highest office. That is how senseless, that is how childish and hypocritical this same senior minister can be. We should not also forget that this is the same man who thinks Ghana as a country must promulgate new and friendlier laws for foreign nationals like Aissa Wang, who just come into this country to destroy our lands and water bodies. This is the same petty hypocritical bigot who is propagating the idea of selling our sovereignty for Chinese loans and grants. As a young Ghanaian, I am still struggling to understand why the president and his henchmen, including a tribal bigot like Osafo-Maafo, will exert pressure on Roxy Bukari to resign when criminals like Charles Bissiu, who was caught on tape taking bribes from Galamsey operators, will still be walking in the corridors of the presidency. I also get very worried because the media today have been turned into tribal bigots. They are now fed like dogs in cages, so they have forgotten the core principle of their job. Instead of them pressurizing and forcing for the laws of the land to work, they have now turned themselves into hungry, dirty begging dogs to people in power because today their enemy's enemy is in power. The media has even refused to play tapes of loose cannon or Safmafo on their shows, but are quick to dissect and pronounce judgment on Roxy Bukari, all because he is a northerner and considered the weak link. Yes, he is not considered as human or as part of the majority because he isn't part of the president's clan. This is despicable, my fellow Ghanaians. This is disgusting, to say the least. With all due respect, my fellow Ghanaians, tribalism is pervasive under this president, Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo. This is a fact, and only idiots will argue. Ideally, no sinner should go unpunished. The honest truth is, every offender ought to be brought to book and punished, no matter who they are, where they hail from, which political party they belong to, and which tribe they represent. Regrettably, however, this president, Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, hold contrary position to this divine logic. The president has moved away from the path of integrity and has become a ferocious defender of corruption, tribalism, and silliness. Today in Ghana, under this current administration led by a tribal bigot like Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, you will find people in high places doling out contracts to inept contractors because of tribal affinity instead of genuine qualification and competence. This same empty-head, loose-mouthed senior minister was able to create 2 powerful offices for his sons to occupy and later turn around to tell us that we Ghanaians that space in the public sector is locked. Tribalism fuels the growth of national inequality. That is why Kwame Nkrumah continuously or consciously worked against it. One of the most unfortunate characteristics of tribalism is this unnecessary competition with other tribes. The Akans becomes us. The Northerners, the Gans, and the rest all becomes them. That is tribalism. This senseless belief in the superiority of one tribe and weakness of others has led to the various untold numbers of wars across the world. This is the more reason why I believe reasonable and smart-thinking Ghanaians who care about this nation must come together in one voice to pressurize this president to clear that strong NPP Akan perception out there by sacking the senior minister, Yao Osafo-Maafo, and the thief, Charles Bissiou. As I present this painful episode, my fellow Ghanaians, Ghana's presidency is now managed by people who do not even understand what Ghana's problems are, let alone knowing how to solve them, all because they belong to Osafo-Maafo and Akufo-Addo privileged regions and tribes. Finally, with all due respect, I do not believe that only governments should have the solution to all problems. A government should be like a mother to all citizens. It must provide a level playing field for all so that those who work hard and play by the rules can be rewarded accordingly. If Akufo-Addo wants us Ghanaians to believe he's what he says he is, then he should come out and explain to we Ghanaians why he forced Roxy Bukari to resign over that bribery comment, whilst Osafo-Maafo and Charles Bissiou are still walking in the corridors of the Jubilee House. Mr. President, considering other tribes inferior to yours is evil, and I hope you start to believe in that. In religion, Islam teaches us that all human beings are equal in the eyes of the Creator, despite tribal differences. When you read Quran 49:13, it says, and I quote, "O mankind, we created you single, pair of male and female, and made you into nations and tribes, that you may know each other, not that you may despise each other. Verily, the most honored of you in the sight of God is the most righteous of you." End of quote. The Holy Bible also makes reference to tribalism in so many instances. That shows how God despises men who condone tribalism and hatred. President Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, if you want Ghanaians to believe the words that comes out of your mouth, just do the honorable thing and sack this good-for-nothing old loose talker Yao Osafo-Maafo. You have to also sack that thief called Charles Bissiou walking in the corridors of the Jubilee House. As a young Ghanaian, I will never in my life speak good about any man who protects criminals like Charles Bissiou and tribal bigots like Osafo-Maafo, because the seat you occupy, Mr. President, represents me and my whole family, and I will never on earth defend or allow such a person to rule me. Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, you have missed so many opportunities to prove to we Ghanaians that you are not a tribal bigot. I believe this is the greatest opportunity for you to prove us wrong for good. Mr. President, as I have said time and time again, that I am just a messenger. You can choose to listen to me or choose to come after me. But the honest truth is, the message I send across today can never be buried. So it is better you do the honorable thing or face the consequences in the near future. For it is said, and I quote, truth sounds like hate to those who hate the truth. End of quote. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Kevin Ekobedu Taylor, and this is the Friday editorial.